welcome to Tai Chi. Okay, good to see all of you out. Everybody ready? Let's warm up. Hands at your waist, turn your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Expand your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waist exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Airplane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Be careful. Shift your weight. Kick your foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shift your weight. Concentrate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shift your weight. Kick your butt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heisman, opening up your stance, parallel feet. Cross and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Short one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Practicing our golden cockerel. Remember, good Tai Chi posture. Let's go over the elements. Middle finger to the side seam of your pants, shoulders dropping down, chest hollowed out, butt tucked under, chin slightly down, glance way ahead. With all of those elements intact, our silk silver thread can be drilled through the middle of our head, holding us erect and in balance. Our tongue is on our palate. We're going to shift our weight to the left, come up, counterbalance and center, golden cockerel on its left. Opening up our span, coming down, centering and up. Down and up. Down and up. Down, center and counterbalance. Down and center and counterbalance. Concentrating. One more set. Shifting weight and up. Down, shifting weight, center and counterbalance. Right hand on the outside, right foot coming up, kicking out in line. Left foot, left hand, up and out. Shift weight, center, up and out. Down, center, up and out. Shift weight, out. Last one. And out. Holding our ball on a T stance, weight down on the right foot. Look at the size of your ball, chest level and 2 inches below your dantian. You're going to come out on a heel with an L. Turn the hips and waist as you part the wild horse's mane. Here it is. Bow stance. Sit back all the way. Twist on your heel. T on your foot, holding the ball at the same time. Out with your heel on an L. Move the bottom hand. Adjust the back foot. Here it is, parting the wild horse's mane. Sitting back all the way. Twist. T. Ball. Heel. Shift the weight. Turn the hand, turn the waist. Bow stance. Sit back. Twist, T and ball, L in hand, part the wild horse's mane, bow stance. Sit back, twist step, hold your ball. L, bow. Sit back, twist, T, L, bow. Sit back, twist, T, ball. Okay, let's start from commencing form. We know that this is a T, but when we're on a T, don't forget now, all the weight is on this back foot. But when you come out to an L, the power now and energy and chi from this back foot gets transferred over to the front foot, but not totally, because if it's totally, you're going to fall this way. You want to keep that upright position so that maybe 70% of your weight in the front and the rest 30% in the back, but just remember that you're straight up rather than leaning forward, okay? So when we have a heavy weighted foot, that's called the substantial. So to move that energy from the substantial or weighted foot, it has to travel this way and come out this way, okay? And then it's 50-50 or 70-30, somewhere around there, but let's just say 50-50 or 60-40, somewhere in there. Okay, so the name of the game is to shift your weight. Only move the foot that hardly has any weight, and it's usually pivoted on your heel, but not all the time, okay? All right, here we go. Commencing form. Open. Rotate. Take a deep breath in as you elevate both hands. Drop your shoulders, flex your knees. Center your left hand. Right hand comes up higher, open to the ceiling. Bringing it to your ear, turning your face, meeting both hands in the middle as you watch and repulse the monkey. Center, up higher, open, bringing it to your ear as you watch that back hand, turning, meeting both hands to the middle, and sliding forward and sliding back. On a T stance, right hand higher, out and to the side, L stance, brush your knee, catch that ball in the center. Sit back, twist, right hand parallel, left hand higher on a T. Bringing it to your ear as you step out and multitask as you brush your knee. 2. Sit back, twist step, hold your ball on a T, out and to the side, part the wild horse's mane. Here it is. Sit back, twist, T, hold your ball, out, L, part the wild horse's mane. Today's lesson, flip that hand and join it. Sit back, twist and cup, open and flip meet, close as we do cloud hands. Middle, flip meet, open, middle, only flip meet, middle, flip meet, close. Middle, flip meet, open, middle, only flip meet, shift your weight to the left and come up as a golden cockerel. Open up your span, shift your weight down and up. Open up, right hand on the outside, right foot coming up, then kicking out, in line. Down, left hand, left foot, up and out. Holding our ball in a T stance, right hand on the bottom. You're going to make an L stance to ward off. Try the best you can. Out and to the side, ward off. Push your opponent away by using your forearm, but flipping him down as if you were grasping the bird's tail. And then yet contact and push him away again. And roll back. And roll up and forward. Sit back, twist step, left hand on the bottom to hold your ball in a T stance. What you do on one side, you do on the other. L stance, ward off, push your opponent away, but drag him down, pull him down, and look back. But then again, contact and push him away again. Separating, rolling back, and rolling up and forward. Apparent closing. Sit back, twist and turn. Open and open. In and in. Off the ground, right hand on the inside of your cross as you embrace the tiger, pulling him up. Rotating on your wrists, pushing out, separating, dropping your shoulders as you exhale, wrapping around to the sides as if we were beginning our form, but doing the opposite. Heel comes up, off the ground, to close your form. Okay? So that was a 5-minute or 6-minute session that we just did, which is all of yang 10 form. So you can see after we learn cloud hands today and next week being a difficult movement or an unusual movement, we then go into a golden cockerel and a kick out and maybe a couple more that you'll have to know, which is warding off and then apparent closing. So we're not even halfway, and we're more than half in doing our yang 10 form. But that's okay, because we know that we are not, at 90%. We can keep on going back and refining our movements. So today we're going to learn how to do cloud hands. So essentially, cloud hands is after the last parting of the wild horse's mane. We flip, we meet, and this is cloud hands. So you can see that the hands are moving, the body is moving, the feet are moving. But what's unusual is that it's a sideways motion. And the feet are being coordinated with the hands. And to get out of cloud hands, we come into a golden cockerel, okay? So we're going to break it down. We're going to look at the feet, we're going to look at the hands, we're going to look at the waist, okay? So when we do cloud hands, the best way I can teach you is that in a forward position like this, we're looking at a big face of a clock. The face of the clock being 12 o'clock here, 6 o'clock here, okay? And the rest of the numbers. But the primary focus is 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and 3 o'clock. All the half portions of the half of the clock, the top half of the clock, okay? Now, when we do cloud hands, we're going to have to use not just our hands to address that clock, but we're going to have to use our body from one side of the clock to the other side of the clock. So can I get you to use your hips and waist? And all of Tai Chi bears upon being able to use your upper body, which is dictated by your core muscles, your hips, and your waist. It's not just hands, it's not just feet, but a coordination of all our body parts, okay? So this is the feeling in which we do cloud hands. It is not just showing the people that our hands are being clouds. It's our whole body that's getting to float and flow like clouds, okay? So remember that portion. Now, our feet are moving in a specific way. If you notice, there is something very definite about how I'm moving my feet. It's not just a sideways walk any old way to get to the side. It is being directed by my toes, and then my heel, and then my toes, and then my toes, and then my toes, and then my toes, as if we were playing on a piano, where the keys of one go down, the finger goes up and down, and releases and puts pressure down, as if we're doing something like this, okay? As if we were doing something like this. When we move, we use our toe and then our heel. Our toe, move, and then our heel. So we are never stepping on our heel and then coming down. We are advancing with the toes. And that makes it light. We're doing a motion that's very light, okay? Everything is in sync. Everything is in sync. So we're going to talk about hands now. So if this is a face of our clock, we need to know that your 3 o'clock, something happens at 3 o'clock. The right hand, the palm is away from you and it's lower. The left hand, the hand is higher and the palm is you're looking at your palm. So this is 3 o'clock. When we move, we're looking at 12 o'clock, and the 9 o'clock, the top hand flips and the bottom hand meets it. And it now is on the top. When we move our hips and waist at 2 and 3 o'clock, the top hand flips and the bottom hand meets it. The left hand is looking at you now, the palm. We're looking for 12 o'clock. We're looking for 9 o'clock. What happens? The top hand flips, the bottom hand meets. Okay? It's best that you listen, but it's good if you can say it with me. The top hand flips and the bottom hand meets. Moving along, moving along. 9 o'clock, the top hand flips and the bottom hand meets. Moving along to 12 o'clock. The top hand flips, the bottom hand meets. Okay? So keep on moving. And use your waist and hips like I said to do. Try to incorporate all those elements. So this is it. So you're saying, but what happens to the hand in between? It's the most natural posture. The bottom hand starts to cup, meets, the top hand comes down and it cups. So I'm going to be continuing, you're going to be continuing, so you can see what I mean with the bottom hand, since you don't see that. The bottom hand is holding in the middle a ball. In the middle by your danten, the bottom hand is if it's holding a ball or holding a cup in a cup position. Okay, so that's the area in which you don't see when my back is facing you. Okay, so let's go a little slower. We said the top hand flips and the bottom hand meets. We said that this is 12 o'clock and we're holding a ball. The bottom hand is holding a ball at 12 o'clock. We said the top hand flips and then at 12 o'clock the ball comes into play. Now we're going to look at the 12 o'clock. What happens? The bottom hand holds the ball, but the top hand, the stem of my hand, is addressing the 12 o'clock. It's not this way. It's down. The stem of your top hand is downwards, and this is where it should be. The ball that your bottom hand is holding should be 2 inches below your navel in the middle. This is your center. Then we move. The top hand flips, the other hand meets. We're in the middle. Stem down, ball being held 2 inches below your danten. Flip that top hand, meet it. Coming to the 12 o'clock, cup. Okay? Okay? Cup, stem down, holding the ball. Flip and meet. 12 o'clock, cup, 2 inches below your navel. 9 o'clock, flip and meet. 12 o'clock, cup. 3 o'clock, flip, meet. Are you remembering to use your waist and hips? Okay, that's how you get to the extreme numbers of your clock, by using your upper body and your hips and your waist. And when you do so, you can feel a gentle flow that your body and energy is generating. Okay? Now, this seems pretty good, but it's not. We're almost there because we need to put our feet together. I am taking the 10 form out of context for cloud hands. When we flip and meet, we open. Middle, we're about 50-50, or 12 o'clock. When we go out to 9 o'clock, we close as we flip. 12 o'clock cup is 50-50. 3 o'clock we flip and we open. 12 o'clock addressing 2 inches and stem down. 9 o'clock, we shift your weight and close and flip. 12 o'clock, even distribution. 3 o'clock, open. 12 o'clock, cup, stem. 9 o'clock, flip and close. Middle, and flip and open. All right, just for a drill now, we're going to go back. Okay, so people don't fall out of our classroom. Flip, middle, flip and close. Middle, 9 o'clock, flip and open. Middle or 12. 3 o'clock, flip, meet, close. Middle, 9 o'clock, open with your toes leading your movement. Middle, down on your heel, up and close. Middle and open. Middle and close with your toes leading your movement. So you can see that this is definitely a drill, but it's allowing you to look at your clock, to use your hips and waist, to address your 3 o'clock, which is a flip and a meet. 12 o'clock is a stem and a ball holding. 9 o'clock, a flip and a meet, and a ball on the top, on the bottom, and flipping and meeting, shifting our weight, and coming out to be a golden cockerel, okay? So that drill in itself should give you a feel for what cloud hands can give you for feelings and for movement. There are, like I said, at least 3 big components. It would be a big challenge to you if you just went into it and said, I think I know what she means. So you can say, yeah, that's fine, do that. But if you really want to scrutinize and evaluate and review how each of the elements are supposed to move, break it down and say, remember, she said that it's like playing piano. The toes come down, the heel comes down, the toes lead the movement, okay? And it goes in very synchronized movements, always 1 foot at a time. Also teaching us that when we move, we should do it very calculating and systemized, because if we have too much weight on our feet and both feet want to move, we can easily stumble, okay? So that's one part, that's the feet. Then you say, how do our hands put together? You think about the image of a clock and you work and say, I need to get out to 9. I need to get to a cup, stem, ball, 2 inches. Then 3 o'clock, I have to flip the top hand, but I have to meet that hand. Then I have to keep on moving and thinking ahead, stem and cup, 9 o'clock, flipping and meeting. And at the same time, I'm not just doing this. I am using my waist. And when you use your waist, you don't have to worry about your hands. Your hands will go with them. All you have to do is come up to flip and cup. You understand? It's attached to you, so that's why your body then starts to just flow. Okay? And then you put all 3 together, feet, hands, and hips, and then we do it together. This was just a drill, but in cloud hands, we only take a few of the movements, and that's it. But it's hard to get that's it, that short piece, and drill that first. But the thing that comes first is drilling all of the feet, all of the hands, and all of the waist, and then abbreviating it and cutting it short, okay? So how shall we do this now? Everybody ready for the challenge, right? You want to be able to put it together. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We know first movement is commencing form. You tell me. First movement is? Second? Do I hear anybody? First movement is? Say it louder. And second movement is? And third movement is? Brushing your knee. Everybody should say it. It'll help you. Next movement is? Parting the wild horse's mane. Next movement is cloud hands, what we're going to do. So I'm going to get you there. We're on a T stance. We're going to part the wild horse's mane. Right hand on the bottom, left hand on the top, holding our ball on a T stance, rooting down on our left or back foot. We're going to come out on an L, move the bottom hand, part the wild horse's mane. Flip that hand and join it. Okay, everybody didn't do it right, so start again. T stance, L stance, move the bottom hand, part the wild horse's mane. Flip the front hand and join it with the back hand. The right hand palms away, the left palm facing you. You're in an L stance. You want to sit back. Move the hand as you twist step and address the 12 o'clock. So addressing the 12 o'clock, the top hand, the stem is down, and the right hand is holding the cup of a ball. Now, watch what my left foot does. It pivots out to meet the 9 o'clock. So I can shift my weight, flip my hand, and address the 9 o'clock. We'll go over it again later. 12 o'clock, stem and cup. 3 o'clock, flip and open. 12 o'clock, cup. 9 o'clock, only flip meet. 12 o'clock, cup. 3 o'clock, flip meet, close. 12 o'clock, cup. 9 o'clock, open and flip. 12 o'clock, cup. 3 o'clock, only flip meet. Cup at 12 o'clock, stem. Shift your weight to the left and be a golden cockerel. Shift your weight and be another golden cockerel. Shift your weight and be a kick out. Shift your weight and be another kick out. Okay? So you see how cloud hands fits between parting of the wild horse's mane and coming then transitioning out with a golden cockerel. Okay, so let's practice it again. You're on a T step and you're going to say, we need to get into cloud hands. Where is cloud hands? It's after parting the horse's mane and we get out with golden cockerel. So here we are. Right hand on the bottom, holding the bottom of the ball, left hand on the top. Rooting down, okay? I never could see you stiff like this and you tell me that you're in good Tai Chi posture. No, because you need to root down on that back foot, okay? So here we go. There's a T step. This stem of the T has hardly any weight because it wants to move, getting ready to move. Out on an L, bottom hand advances, part the wild horse's mane. Flip that hand and meet it. Sit back, twist and address the 12 o'clock cup and stem. Now we want to get out to the 9 o'clock, but this left foot needs to pivot on its heel. Shift your weight to close as you flip and meet at 9 o'clock. That's a hard one, but we'll go over it. 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, open. 12 o'clock, stem and cupping the ball. 9 o'clock, only flip and meet. 12 o'clock, stem and cup. 3 o'clock, flip, meet, and close. Middle or cup or stem. 9 o'clock, flip and meet and open. Middle is cup and stem. We want to go to 3 o'clock, but we need to get out of cloud hands, and we said that we would transition into a golden cockle. Okay, down, up, across, out, across, out. Okay, one more time. Are you catching on? Okay.
Sometimes with cloud hands, you get involved with the slow motion and you don't see the big picture in terms of forest. You're looking at the individual tree. But that's a good point because she settles you as far as where your hand should be. But if you sort of just do it from a standpoint of something really fast, all you're doing is doing this sort of stuff with one hand. Coming down, cup, up, across, come down, up, across, up. And then you're doing it the same thing with the other side. You're going with this hand, and this guy is coming across, coming up, going down, coming across, cup, up, and down. When you go faster, maybe you get a better idea of what you're trying to do. And you want to stay in the front of your body and not too far out this way, not too far that way. So, because what's happening is, as you turn, the front of your body in relation to your hands remains the same. But when you look from the outside, you say, boy, this person went from this side to this side. But to make the movement concise and to be consistent with martial arts, you're not way out here. You're looking here, and your protection is right here, not out here somewhere. Okay, so you're just covering your front and just going really slow, and the hands are just moving slightly out of phase. One is going this way, and the other one is going this way. Another thing is, you don't want to be way up here, very expansive. In general, most Tai Chi maneuvers, your upper hand should be at the level where you just look over the tips of your fingertips, here. When you do your movements, to get the best benefit out of the Tai Chi in terms of helping you to build your body, you try and use your body, you try to keep your knees bent. So if we are doing, you see my knee is bent, and I stay bent. And when I turn, I stay bent. What it makes you do is builds your legs, all the muscles, makes you use all your joints. Because if your leg is straight, what happens? You don't move your knee joint. In fact, you probably put the knee joint more at stress because you're torquing your body. Versus if you're here, you see what my knees are doing? They're going front and back if they move at all. But they also, when you're this way, it allows you to use your hips. Your hips start to do this. So you have all your joints working as opposed to being straight-legged, and when you shift, you get straight-legged here, come back down, and then you come back down and straight. What happens is you don't use the joints and the muscles to the greatest use, if you will. Of course, when you first begin, sometimes out of necessity, the strength, you can't hold your strength as you shift weight. So you end up going straight-legged, okay? Because you can come down, but you come up, and then you have to go straight-legged again. But as time goes on, try to think about keeping your legs, your knees bent, your ankles are a little bent also, and then that's why we do this for exercise. We want the hip joints to get involved when you're doing leg movements.
In Cloud Hands, as I was listening to Ken's presentation, tells us that everything we know about Tai Chi is wrapped up into this motion. One, our knees cannot be tied in. They have to be flexed. And this falls in line with good Tai Chi posture, they're ready to go. They're not flexed like this because there's no action yet, but they're relaxed so that there is a chance to move. When we move, we know we move in increments. We don't just plop it up and plop it down. We don't just plop it up and plop it down. It's too forceful. Every little muscle that we have when we think that we need to move, we slowly drain the weight. This is almost as if we're commencing form. We're then on our toe. Then we open, and our toes come down. Our sole comes down. Our heel comes down. Same way, I don't just pull this right up. I'm thinking heel, arch, sole, toe, off the ground, toe, sole, arch, heel. Then I know this is that motion I need. As soon as my heel comes down, I know it's time to bring the heel of this guy up, and so on and so forth. So what does this do? This makes you stay in tune with what your body can do and how and when it should do. It's giving you valuable experience, okay? Now you say, but when something happens and I'm at a risk of falling or tripping, I'm not going to have that kind of time to think it through. Of course not, and no one's going to be there to remind you. But because Tai Chi is a discipline and an art, and you practice and learn it well, when you come into a time at risk, your body will know automatically or naturally what it should do or what it can do, okay? Another thing, we wouldn't want to be doing cloud hands like this. Why? My chin is not tucked down, and I'm not looking straight out. I'm looking out at the sky, and my chin is not adhering to my Tai Chi posture. So whenever you look at a movement, especially cloud hands, and you're saying, I've got most of those elements, then you ask yourself, am I watching the flow of my hands? Is my chin tucked down? Is my glance not just staying at my fingertips, is it looking beyond my fingertips? I'm looking at my fingertips, but I see what's outside on the streets and beyond. So your glance is at your fingertips, but way beyond, rather than here. Okay, this would be very awkward. Why would anybody want to show a flaring of fingertips and hands if the performer is not even looking at it? Does it make sense? That Tai Chi is a total body, mind, physical endeavor, okay? When you're looking, you're focused and focusing and concentrating. And yet you hear the fans, yet you know there's a car that just passed by, but you're focused. And when you are in a challenged position and at risk, you need to bring that focus even more close to you rather than think of all the extraneous things around. And this is another discipline in which Tai Chi will make you sharper at concentrating and being alert, okay? All right, one more time. Let's go over. Let's start from the beginning, and then let's go really slowly with cloud hands. And okay, good Tai Chi posture. Commencing form. Rotate, up, release, center, higher, open, ear, turn your face, meet in the middle, slide back, slide forward, center, higher, open, ear, turn your face, follow your hands, repulsing of the monkey. T stance, right hand higher, out and multitask as you brush your knee. Sit back, twist, right hand parallel on a T, left hand higher, ear, heel, hand, face, brush your knee. Sit back, twist, hold your ball on a T, out and to the side, part the wild horse's mane. Sit back, twist, T, hold your ball, out, part the wild horse's mane, flip and meet. Then sit back, twist and cup, heel now, pivot out to 9 o'clock, shift your weight, close. Middle or 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, flip meet, open, middle or cup, only flip meet, middle or cup, flip meet, close. Middle, use your waist, open, middle. We want to transition out. 3 o'clock, flip meet only, cup at 12 o'clock, stem and up. Okay, one more time, starting with the last parting of the wild horse's mane, right hand on the bottom, T stance, root down on your left. Out and to the side, part the wild horse's mane. Flip and join it. Sit back, twist and cup at 12. Pivot on your heel to open and shift weight and close and flip meet. That's a lot. 12 o'clock cup, 3 o'clock flip and open, middle or cup, only flip meet, 12 o'clock middle or cup, shift your weight as you flip and meet and close, middle or cup, flip meet open, middle or cup. You want to get out, so you're going to only flip meet. Make that corner, stem and cup, shift your weight, center, up. Down, center, up. Down, cross, and out. And down, and cross, and out. Okay, finishing it up actually. T stance, holding your ball. This is a new one, it's warding off. L stance, use the forearm to push your opponent away, push him away. But flip that hand and join it. And grasp the bird's tail as you pull down, pull back, look back. Turn and then square, then contact at your wrist to push him out again. Separate your hands and roll back and roll up and forward. Sit back, twist, left hand on the bottom to hold your ball on a T, out on an L to forearm him away, but then grasp the bird's tail. Pull down, pull back, look back. Turn, then square, then push him away again. Then separate your hands and roll back and roll up and forward. Listen carefully, sit back, twist and turn, open and open, in and in. Right hand on the inside of your cross as you shift your weight to the left, as you embrace the tiger, bringing him up, rotating on your wrist so that both palms are facing you, pushing out, palms are down, shoulder width away. You're going to drop your shoulders. You're going to make yourself small because you know you are up on your heel, on your toe, off the ground to close your form. Okay? Your job is to take it home and to practice. And practice a lot on it because when you come back, we can fix up some of the concerns or the confusion that you may have. Review the lesson online, and I think you're on the right foot. You'll get it, but it does require a lot of thinking through. I would really suggest that you can start whole, but then break it down. Don't just only do whole. Break it down even for the more experienced practitioner. uh, it doesn't hurt to clean up each of the elements. As you know also, when we have music on and we're doing the form, the 10 set, there's no time to really think because everything just kind of moves into its own timing and position. So you want to be able to get to that point, okay? And what's nice about the 10 form music is that there's no specific area in which we have to be at a certain movement, whereas the 24, which is the next level of learning, the music dictates where the movement should be. So there's a specific cloudy, light music to cloud hands, whereas this is an ongoing meditative music background. Okay? Okay, very good job. See you next time.